Welcome to our channel, ladies and gentlemen. I want to say thank you for your continued support to our channel. If you're watching us for the first time, or if you are our regular viewer but you have not yet subscribed, I want to request you to click that subscribe button and click the notification bell. The pain and anguish of electing dishonest persons into government continues to haunt Kenyans to date, especially those who woke up very early in the morning and voted for William Ruto and Rigathi Gachagua now feels the pain. In fact, I remember the words of the former President Uhuru Kenyatta, who said that within no time we will regret if we elected the Kenya Kwanza team into office. Today, the Council of Governors, through their chairman, Honorable Fernandez Baraza, gave bad news to Kenyans that in a few days' time, they are going to shut down the county services. There is going to be complete collapse of all essential services because the national government has failed once again to release devolution fund as is entrenched in the constitution. Through Fernandez Baraza, they say that thousands of government employees are set to be sent home over lack of money. And it continues to say that county governors on Monday, May 22nd, threatened to shut down service delivery across all the counties due to the failure of the national government to disburse devolution funds. Kakamega Governor Fernandez Baraza, who serves as the Council of Governors chairperson, announced that the 47 counties were poised to have all its staff temporarily out of work. That sounds like a very simple statement, but it means a lot. You know, the county government has got services that were devolved, that were removed from the national government to the county government. And some of those functions are very vital. And one of them are the medical services. The hospitals, dispensaries, anything that pertains to medic and treatment are being serviced by the county government because it was removed from the national government. So what Fernandez Baraza is telling us is that because the government, the national government, has refused to release devolution funds, they will all shut down medical services. It means that when you go to the hospital, you will not find any doctor. Not because they have gone on strike, but because there are no salaries to be paid. Because there are county governments that have not paid their workers and employees for more than 2 or 3 months. So I want you to imagine that back at home, someone needs emergency, and then the hospitals have collapsed, they have been shut down. There are no facilities, there are no doctors, there are no medicine. Why? Because the national government has failed to release devolution fund not for 1 month, not for 2 months, but for a period of 4 months that is accumulating to billions of shillings. The other function that is going to be shut down is what we call the early childhood education, the ECD. Under the new constitution, from primary level up to university, that is a function of the national government. But from playgroup and I think up to PP1 and PP2, that is being, I think, is being controlled by the county government. And that means that those children who have just begun schooling for a good foundation will not go to school because the national government of the Kenya Kwanza regime has refused to release funds. You can imagine we will have a total shutdown. The other one is what we call the technical and vocational educational training, the TVET. Those training institutions are going to be shut down. In a nutshell, I want to paint for you a picture of what is going to happen, because William Ruto and Rigathi Gachagua has no plan, despite the fact that they say that there is a plan. That we are in a society, in a community where you are sick but you cannot go to the hospital because doctors are not there. And then your child cannot go to school because the teachers are not there. And then the other older children who are in training cannot go. So in a family, the father is sick, the grandma is sick, both of them are at home. The little child is crying here because she or he cannot go to school. And even the older brother or sister cannot go to the college, because we have a government that promised to take care of the hustler nation, but has now reneged on the promise. Ladies and gentlemen, this is unacceptable. And I find it funny that this is the government that went round the country promising heaven, signing treaties with several groups. And I remember the Kenya Kwanza team signed a treaty with the governors. Even after taking oath of office, they still said that they would increase the devolution fund. Today, they have not only refused to increase that kitty, but they have also refused to release these funds. Sometimes I feel that this is very intentional, because when people were fighting to get a new constitution, William Samoei Ruto did not support the new constitution. And it is in the constitution where we have the provision for devolution, the national government and the county government. And I have a feeling that maybe our president does not want devolution. He wants to kill devolution. He wants to take us back to the Nyayo era, where all the resources were being accumulated at the center, at the top, at the national level, so that you can use it as a dangling carrot to politicians. You call them in State House, you promise them development. If they don't support you, they don't get anything. If they support you, you can now tell them tutajenga hii barabara. And if we are not careful, if we don't stand up and defend our constitution, then, ladies and gentlemen, we are all going to be roasted. The government continues to raise taxes, and they continue to blame Uhuru Kenyatta's regime, something that has really elicited a lot of sharp reaction, because the other day it was trending that the government was told that even Mwai Kibaki inherited a dilapidated economy from Moi, but he didn't complain. He didn't find time to start the blame game. We all know how Moi ruined this country, politically and economically. But Mwai Kibaki sorted himself, called his think tanks, and they planned on how they wanted to build this economy. And you know where Kibaki left us. To date, our deputy president still continues to say that we want to take this economy where Mwai Kibaki left it. Mwai Kibaki did not play politics. Someone was saying that Mwai Kibaki fixed the economy and then automatically politics got fixed. But our government wants to fix politics, thinking that when you fix politics, then the economy will fix it. It's not. We must prepare for hard times. And to the hustler nation that voted for William Ruto, this is a lesson to you. People are now trying to gang up to oppose taxes. There is a levy, the housing tax that they want to impose. There is a VAT 16% that they want to impose on fuel. And when this happens, the cost of transport, the cost of production, the cost of everything shall go up. But even before we pass this bill, you all know that the prices of sugar and unga are already up. This government has no plan. And if there is a plan, then it is on paper. The implementation is not there at all. So, ladies and gentlemen, our counties are going to be shut down because this government does not have a plan. That is the pain of electing a government that is only full of woodwinking Kenyans. Wanajua kuongea maneno matamu, lakini matunda hayapo. And it's very sad that the foundation of our children as they go to school will be messed up. People will continue to die because all the 47 counties will be shut down. Anne Waiguru cannot talk about this because she really supported this. She is the Council of Ghana Governors chairperson. She has supported William Ruto. She's between a rock and hard place. She knows William Ruto is not doing the right thing, but she cannot confront. I don't know tunaelekea wapi, but do we learn? Because if election were to be called today, we'll still vote for William Ruto. Because atatudanganya tu. You ask our deputy and he will tell you that this is because Uhuru Kenyatta did this and that, because of the loans, because of all that. I think we're being taken for granted. And that is my take.